Good afternoon from Kirksville, Missouri. This is Randy Kervin, and this is Randy's Rant for November 7th, 2019. Uh, while I'm waiting for a few folks, hello, Brian. Get this done. Uh, as you see over there is these days Buddy Davis. Uh, his CD is well worth the $15 and plus $5 mailing to get it mailed out to you. There is the address once again, and you can find it on most of my other rants will have this information too. All right. Okay. Hello, Tamara. Hello, Sue. I'm glad everybody made it. Uh, First, I wanted to start off today to mention that I am working on a kind of thesis right now and I'll discuss it in a few minutes. What it's about is we have a dictator in the White House, uh, and I will touch on what I did find out from my quick read on the first article I found on this. A couple of things jump out of the article at you that I posted. Uh, Trump loves to hang out with who? Putin, Erdogan, Ong. He likes these tough men. Uh, and that's just a part of becoming a dictator. He likes press, or he does not like the press or the media, except his chosen media outlets. All right wing. He likes all the right wing radio programs. And that's Earth too, people. He doesn't live in our reality. He lives on Earth too. Uh, and I learned last night and part of today that Rand Paul blocks resolution to protect whistleblowers, protect the party over the country. He doesn't care. That's another thing that I'll discuss right up front is how on July 4th, 2018, a bunch of the Republicans that are complaining now about the impeachment and the call and all, they got their money when they met on our Independence Day in Russia. And I heard that Graham even went back another time. So uh, Lindsay is truly Leningrad, Lindsay. And I also wanted to point out, look back at when all this shit was going down, when Giuliani was first looking into this. What was going on in the news? The distraction at the time was purchasing Greenland. That kept all eyes off the other things that were going down. Yeah, anybody that names the whistleblower, Brian, their ass should be in jail. Uh, it's not legal for them to do that. And no matter how they arrive at trying to accomplish whatever, it's not right. And it also will mean in the future, there will be less people willing to risk their lives, their livelihood, and everything to even bother coming forward. Damn. That's what we get under a dictator, is this kind of bullshit. All right. And that, like I said, that was a scandal to keep attention away from Ukraine and Giuliani. Giuliani's totally in this, and somehow they think they're just going to sneak by and try to claim possibly that Giuliani did all this, that Trump knew nothing about it. Bullshit. And Ukraine is the key to Putin taking back countries for the rise of the Soviet Union again. This has all been worked out, him and Trump. Uh, you know that he has no love for Ukraine in the first place. You can trace that back to 2017. What they were trying to do with Giuliani then was to protect Paul Manafort, because Donnie is never even considered Ukraine. He doesn't consider it a country because it should belong to Russia. Damn. All right. Let's see what else. And the new defense for the GOP is going to be yes, there was a quid pro quo, but it doesn't rise to removal under impeachment. How does it not? And what I did, in other words, you get caught robbing a bank. You're in there, you've got the gun, you've got the note you're going to use, but they catch you before you can rob the bank. So you did nothing wrong. Republicans, listen to that. He's done nothing wrong. Just compare it with the bank job. He's done nothing wrong just because he didn't get completely away with it. Give me a fucking break. Damn morons. Hello, John. Hello, Dennis. Yeah. Republicans are going to go along with this, and I was sitting figuring that out. They got their money when they went to Russia. They've got promises of help with their campaigns, the funding for that. So, Republicans have always had a problem with democracy. They don't like that. I don't think that they actually wanted somebody like the dumbass we've got in the White House now. But as long as they get their way and they can't even call it conservative anymore. All it is the Trump party. And they're jumping on the train because Russian money is coming in for them. All right. Let's see. And I heard today, Vindman is back at work at the NSC and has been since his testimony, and has no intentions of leaving his job. And Trump can't force him to resign either, because how would that look? And on the Hill today, and we'll hear more about this tomorrow, Pence aide, who was on the Ukraine call, testifying. Expected soon in court for Roger Stone is Steve Bannon and Rick Gates. Oh, he couldn't make this shit up. It all leads back to Dottie. And a new thing with the Republicans, they are pursuing now giving no ground, no matter what he's done. Could even be, he goes out and kills somebody over this, and they would all say, well, he had a right to. Let's see. And Graham uh, contradicted yesterday what he said a week ago. His statement was beyond the phone call, the Ukraine call. Graham said uh, that if there was more than that, he would change his mind. And then he's come out. He doesn't even want to read any of the transcripts because they have no way to defend the asshole. And I guess they think we're so stupid we can't see through that. Graham was again calling for the whistleblower to be named so they can cross examine for any bias. Give me a break. Damn. All right. I already covered that. And Washington Post, big story of today is Trump wanted Barr to hold a press conference saying the president broke no laws during the Ukraine phone call. Well, he found out that his personal lawyer in the Justice Department is not going to go out and say he's innocent every time he gets his ass in one of these scandals. Plus, I don't think Barr was ready to go to prison for him. All right, let's see. Wow. All right. The other two pages I were using was supplemental from today. Education Secretary Betsy DeVos defied judge's order to stop collecting money on the fraudulent loans on education, college loans. DeVos will be fined $100,000. Damn, you're just going to tap her on the wrist. Stephen Menashe is to be confirmed today for judgeship. He came up with the scheme to continue on collecting the money. And they're going to see about putting him in a courtship. I mean, a courtship. Excuse me. A judgeship. And he's also the one that had a lot of writings about you don't need a lot of diversity and race and cultures and stuff in the country because that's bad for it. That guy. Let's see. And what it's really about when you look at it, when you look at, we've got a dictator in the White House, then we got DeVos, an oligarch, thinking she is entitled to do whatever in the hell she wants to do. And she knows boss man is into one thing, money. If she can collect that money, so what? The court said she couldn't do it. And this next little section, I put this for that. Quid pro quo. That's what it means. Bill Taylor from the transcript is pointed out, and I believe he's the first public hearing next Wednesday. So we'll be all watching that. I've got to get a supply for next week for popcorn. Yeah, and you watch Jim Jordan. I sketched or wrote this down too. nowhere did Jim Jordan ask any relevant questions in the closed door hearings of Bill Taylor. And I grant you, they're going to act like little assholes. But the rules are 45 minutes with the attorney for the Democrats and 45 minutes for the Republicans to cross examine. And one little thing I was going to end with, the way the State Department is acting on all this, there's got to be more to it. They're hiding something. There's something they know that they're not coming out with. Let's see. All right. Wow. I got down through that, but we do have to look more and more. If he wants to leave the office tomorrow, I'll give him a hand. And thank you all for coming. I mean, I am seeing more names out there than. Oh, hey, Carrie Thompson. You're right. I wouldn't have recognized your handle here on YouTube. Hello, Debbie. Yeah, Brian, they will. I guarantee you it's going to be a circus. It's going to be a circus next week starting on Wednesday. Yeah. We get to the law back, there will. I'm afraid the asshole won't go to jail, but there's going to be all kind of folks around him, like the AG, going to be wearing that prison orange. And it's too bad we can't put Donnie in there right next to him. I like that idea, Daryl. Yeah, have them all just open a bathhouse. And I was going to say, too, about the, what's her name? Stephanie Grisham, press secretary. Are you kidding me? She's not press secretary. She's press secretary for Fox Spews. Now, where in our history have we ever seen? See, that's what I'm pointing to. This is a dictator. He can't even trust her to go before cameras unless it's a friendly audience that they're facing. It's just like him, They're afraid that they'll get asked a question they can't answer. In his case, people don't like his ass, and he's finding it out. All right. Thank you all for coming. I'm getting bigger crowds every time. I'm getting more likes. If some of you haven't subscribed, please do so. With that, I will be gone for a little while after my show. We're going to pick up some food while we got gone and a few other errands before we get that and bring it back here and have it. All right. Keep calling these folks. I know you feel like you're beating your head against the wall, but we have to keep ding-donging them to tell them that we don't like what we're seeing. We are not going to be ruled by a minority in this country. And that's exactly what's going on. And that's what happens when you have a dictator. All right. Peace. Resist, persist, and insist that we get the orange stain out of that White House. It's time to end the fascist government that trying to provide him with dirt on his opponent. We're not a banana republic, and we're not going that way. We are the majority. We are the guardians of liberty, and we will remain so, and we will make sure there is a tsunami tidal wave of blue in 2020. Thank you for watching. Share this shit. I love you, America. I love the Blue Dot family. Have a good evening, and I will see you on Facebook tomorrow. Bye bye.